Every day on my drive to and from work, I'm barraged by a series of ads reminding me of ways to improve my sex life. First, for men, there's that little blue pill. But that one takes 30 minutes and leaves you with a red face and a runny nose, apparently. Well, so then there's this option of something called Code Red, and wow, that works in 7 seconds, I'm told. After that, I'm informed that if my sex life is lacking and I have no libido as a woman, there's a pill that'll revive my sexual appetite. And the lady on the radio says it really works. Well, yippee. I get it. We 60-somethings are at an age when our sex drive and physical capabilities are not what they were in their 20s. In many ways, that's not a bad thing. So I wonder why we're so eager to pretend we're younger than we are. Perhaps it's because we never really learned how to appreciate where we actually are at any given age. We've come a long way, baby. There's a magic pill for everything that ails you. Anxious? There's a pill for you. Depressed? Yep. There's one for that too. Your kid's got too much energy for you? You got it. Ask the pediatrician for a prescription drug to slow him down. Sex not what it used to be? Well, of course, they've got a pill for that too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not anti-doctor. I'm not anti-medication. What I prefer, though, is to consider other options first, the free options with no detrimental side effects. They can be just as habit-forming, but don't trigger headaches or nausea or an erection lasting 4 hours. How? Well, I'm glad you asked. Our microwave society wants what it wants now. We send a text message and we get angry if someone doesn't respond immediately. We shoot off an email without first considering how our words might be interpreted, and the recipient gets offended. We take naked photos of ourselves and send them over our smartphone. Oh yeah, that's Anthony Weiner, sorry. We communicate impulsively in sound bites without really taking time to think things through thoroughly. We rush from one appointment to the other, even if we're retired, because, well, we've come to believe the big lie that says being just still means you're lazy or you're not important. We can sit next to each other on the couch and communicate through Facebook. Then we're supposed to jump into bed and bam, awesome. So, you want more romance in your life? Here's some suggestions. When was the last time you got showered and dressed up and put on your perfume and went to a romantic dinner instead of running out in your jeans and tennis shoes? Date nights are important, even if you're together all the time. Do you close your computers in the evening and park your cell phones and just play a game and watch the movie together? Or have you tried reading a book together? Any book. It doesn't really have to be a marriage manual. And when was the last adventure you took together? It could just be a motorcycle ride or a hike up Old Rag, stopping for a picnic on the way back. It doesn't have to be expensive. Do you spend time talking to your friends about your partner, telling them how much you appreciate the fact that your husband cooked you dinner last night? Or are you always bad-mouthing him? And then I'd ask the husbands, did you cook dinner for her last night? Are you careful about your words? Are you kind or are you critical? I don't care if you think you're just telling the truth. You don't have to speak everything that you think is true. And say you have trouble staying awake late at night and your health makes it difficult for you to have sex late at night. Have you tried the middle of the afternoon? Sometimes it helps to plan ahead and schedule it, or tell your partner in the morning that you'd like to make love later. Now, a normal issue with older couples is dryness. So have you tried a lubricant? Or is there some other issue? Just try talking about it. Maybe there's an easy remedy, and maybe there's something you need to ask your doctor. When was the last time you studied your partner and told him or her how great she looks to you? No, she's not 20 anymore. Well, neither are you. But there's beauty in that. Have you considered what makes your partner feel loved? It may be different than what makes you feel loved. You might like just spending time together, but your partner might appreciate a few of his or her chores taken off his plate. You might like physical affection, but he or she might like a small gift once in a while. And sometimes words of appreciation are important, even if you think that he or she should already know. And if there has been a betrayal, you really must come totally clean and ask forgiveness. And the betrayed partner, if he or she chooses to stay, must learn to forgive. And over time to let it go and not use it as a club. Get counseling. We all screw up from time to time. But are you humble enough to ask forgiveness even for the smaller offenses along the way? And that's different than just saying, I told you I'm sorry. Have you tried lighting scented candles in your bedroom and creating a romantic atmosphere? Generally, the TV just doesn't do that. Can you make a list of all the qualities you really do appreciate about your partner? And if you're married, can you make a list of the things you really like about the institution of marriage? Know why you're together and not apart, and focus on that. Are you each involved in things that keep life exciting and new? This gives you interesting stuff to talk about later. Do you still hold hands? Do you still kiss for no reason? And if you choose to be with your partner, choose to be happy about it. Otherwise, you're choosing to be miserable. And forgive my saying so, but that's just plain stupid. Yep, there are things that have gone wrong over the years. And no, you don't see eye to eye on everything. And yes, sometimes things get too familiar and you stop trying to be your charming self. Just remember, even though our society focuses on the superficial aspects of romance, like enhancing sexual performance, sex is just a small part of what goes into romancing your partner. Lovemaking only takes a few minutes out of your day, but everything else is foreplay, and how you manage foreplay will ultimately determine the quality of your lovemaking, with or without a pill.